let's change up the vibe. Want you in my life. I sit to the side, I will let you decide. I stay out of the way, I know you know what's best for me.
Just a pinch more of your spirit completes the recipe.
You're all that I needed, tired of playing defense.
When you take control, my life, it has a meaning.
I need you to have your way. I don't wanna drive, I stick to the side. I just wanna ride along.
I gotta ride along.
You can take the wheel, I'll be still in jail. I just wanna ride along.
You got full control.
I'll leave it up to you, I promise. I'm not gonna move, you got this. I'll just work on me while you driving. Ride along, ride along.
Be stuck in the jungle.
What's up, y'all? Back again with another one, like DJ Clue or someone. I got my special guest, Josh, here today. Ben Billy, I can't hear you, Ben Billy.
You got your mic muted.
Oh my gosh. He got this. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, nah. I was trying to get off the phone.
How's it going, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling.
Chilling. Good.
Yeah.
Good. So you ready to get into this good topic we got for today, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna be good.
Okay. So today's topic is girl math. And Josh, you want to tell them a little bit about what we think girl math is?
Oh man, girl math. I don't know. It's getting right into it. Like, girl math is how they add things up, and the reason why nothing adds up, I guess.
All the time.
Yeah.
Every single time. And guess what? I got a little clip just to jump it off, so we can kind of see a little bit of girl math.
A random man or random tiger? Or yeah, go ahead. Okay, so who would you rather be stuck in a jungle with? Start with you. A random man or a random tiger?
I think a random man.
Okay, what about you?
Sorry, but the tiger.
And why?
Sorry, because I feel like the worst that a tiger could do is kill you. But a man could do much worse to you.
What's worse than death?
Right. Like being like molested or raped or tortured, because then you have to live with like lifelong psychological damage. And I think that that's a fate worse than death. That's just my personal opinion. But
okay, so you're saying that the...
Yeah, there we go.
That's the place to roll with. Okay.
You guys see how that works? That's a perfect example. She said, and I repeat, she would pick the tiger over the man in the jungle and think she's going to survive. How that adds up? It really doesn't. What do you think? What do you think about that, Josh? Ben Billy?
That's it. That's exactly what it is. You know, that's girl math. She deduced that there's other things worse than death, and so she would take her chances with a tiger. I'm sure, a dude would probably try and help her out and feed her, but she said she's good with the tiger.
Right. In my mind, there's no escaping. Even if you want to run away from the guy to survive, you have a chance. With the tiger, I don't even think she has a chance of escaping. 99% of the time, life is over for her. What do you think about Boom?
I think that she really
girl math.
Yeah. I think that she really just, needs her healing.
Healing.
Yeah, like
That's a healing.
she hasn't healed from what's up, GMT? She hasn't healed from whatever it is that she's dealing with when it comes to men. So logically, she knows she was supposed to pick the man, right?
Does she?
Yeah, she knows.
I
This
hope
was
so.
a game show. I think for real, like she would have really just thought she was gonna get away with getting with the tiger.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just people play devil advocate, but I think in her mind she was really about that.
Nah,
You have a
I
point.
really
She
think that
might be
she
about
knows
it.
she was supposed to choose the guy. Like that's the logical decision to make.
Okay.
Right.
Your chances with the tiger are very, very slim because once that tiger gets hungry, it's over.
Before he gets hungry, it's over.
Right.
Like,
Okay, for fun.
I mean, well, maybe. Maybe. If she can hang in there and tame the tiger, you know, she might have a chance. But that's very slim. At least you know you're going to be able to communicate with the
with the man.
the other human.
So, quick question. And that since you said that, why? You know what? I think that it's. Do you think that women have a hard time communicating with men? Why they make the choices that they make?
I think men have a hard time understanding what women are communicating.
Yeah, okay.
Got any examples?
Ooh, okay.
Sorry, like I had a.
That's what I'm talking about. I knew it. He came in with the
Yeah.
An example.
Survey says.
Like food, you know, like let's just say you got a typical spot that you always go to and she always orders the same thing and you decide to get something else of her order. Like you should understand and know that you always get the same thing when she goes there. But instead you're willing to try different things, so you expect her to be willing to try something new too. And then that's not being understood.
Was that
I want different.
So was that what was it that it was communicated? Something was communicated.
I mean, the communication is like, you know, when y'all have a spot, a particular food spot, let's just say, and you're not paying attention to what she orders when she goes to this particular place. She orders the same thing each time, and then you go and pick up an order for you guys yourself, but you get something different than what she normally orders. That's the issue.
No.
Exactly.
Nah, yeah, you got to come up with a better example. The problem is,
I don't really have an example off the top of my head.
That's just paying attention. That's not communicating.
Exactly.
That's not. You haven't said nothing to the dude. If you eat at a spot and he's supposed to know, you're talking to the waiter or waitress with your order. If they would most likely know, oh, you want your usual, then another patron. Huh?
He should know.
But you're not talking to him about it.
I know that.
But that's not communication.
But that's not, you're not communicating to him. It's like if he's paying attention, he should know that.
But communication.
No, it's not.
That is
that's communication.
What did you say to the dude? What did you say to the dude? What did you say to the dude that was what did you communicate?
He ordered the exact same thing every time you guys go.
So like I said.
So is he taking the order though?
No, he's not taking the order.
So what are you saying to him that make him think that
I'm placing my order? Just like when he places his order. If I go pick up the food, then I know that he has ordered this before, so this is what I'm going to get because I know that he ate this and he likes it. There's no need to try new things.
Oh, there's so many. He's the one that tries new things, so you could get whatever. He probably would be okay. He's not.
Maybe.
But you're still not talking to him about what you want and what you get. You're talking to somebody else. Right. If he pays attention and gets what you, that's fine. But you ain't really said nothing to him.
For him to understand.
Okay, that was a terrible example. I was trying to write it out, but it was
the link. If any females want to help Boombox Baby out, please.
Yeah, y'all, come on.
Now. Please do so now. Any females that are watching, Look at her. She needs your help.
You know what
Oh.
Whatever. You
It's
got
all
hot
right.
in there a little bit, but you know, just simple stuff like she might communicate that she, you know, might need help with something, and it's just don't get hurt. Maybe she feels not heard when she is communicating.
I think communication is a two-way street that people don't know is a two-way street. So if you communicate something, it's about what you say and also about how he receives it, whoever the other person receives it, and what they want to do with that information. I think if you're the way you communicate and you just say something is, if I can listen to you but not hear you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You could, I told you to take the trash out 3 times. Yeah, I hear you, but I'm not really paying attention. So it's not really, you're trying to communicate, but there's really no communication because I'm not receiving it. So it's just like, it's still,
No, that's clear
no,
communication.
it's not. I didn't hear it. I'm not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're
But
saying
that's
something.
not on her. That's your fault because you're not paying attention. What
No,
do
I'm
you
not saying,
do?
I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. I'm just saying that's not communicating. That's still
Yeah,
falling
but
short of
that's
communication,
well, okay. Well, yeah, but that's just not paying attention.
which makes communication fall short.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not being heard.
So
Especially if you saying it 3 times.
okay. Okay. What's that on the flip though?
I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing on the flip.
So a guy,
He can say it multiple times, but I don't know, maybe
yeah, but then you know you didn't do it, and it feels like, oh, I've communicated with you, but you, oh, I didn't hear you. I was doing, you know, I was.
well, if he's doing something in the middle, like let's just say playing a video game or something,
Okay.
then yeah, you have to make sure that you have their attention.
That's fair.
I think it's I think both parties are selective on what they want to hear.
That could be true too.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we gotta want to receive something, and sometimes we just don't want to receive it, depending on the mood or the time of the day, or you know, whatever could have happened. But
Right.
I will say, you know, females definitely do not communicate, but think that their actions spell out communication, and then be mad at how they moved and got the reaction that they got.
You said a word.
Can I get an amen?
I think women think communication is dudes supposed to live in their head and know what they want without them telling them. But that's crazy because you don't live in our heads and know what we want. So why would you expect that from us?
Yeah, women are really complicated.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. A two-way street. Yeah, like if you can't do it, then how? You know, I can do other things that you can, but like something, I'm not a mind reader. You know what I'm saying? People don't read minds.
Rants.
Yeah.
Rants.
I'm struggling, man. I got one bar. I got one bar out here.
Yeah.
I'm in West Virginia.
Oh,
West Virginia, are you in the boonies?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
surprised you
West
even
Coast.
able to click on over
Yeah.
there.
You got
But,
it.
yeah, I guess you know sometimes. Yeah, we do have this expectation of like you should know. You should
Right.
know this.
Yeah, you should know what I like to eat, and like,
But men not that.
But if
simple.
men are not like that, and you know men are like not like that, why would you set a standard for a man to be that when by default they're not like that?
He cooking.
Well, I didn't set the standard. That's just what it is. But you know, that's just it's kind of a human nature thing. Like we have these things where we believe it's just common sense. Like certain things that men.
No.
I mean,
So-
this is things that we.
Communication between men and women should be common sense.
I've heard that. My wife told me.
Things I'm saying.
My wife told me she's like, I shouldn't have to ask, and I'm like, the fuck you get that from? That you just started saying that, recently. We
Okay,
shouldn't
like
have to ask.
okay, like what's an example of shouldn't have to ask?
I honestly, I need to reach out there to ask because I'm like, it was just something small. It was something
Yeah,
small,
it's usually
like something
small.
pertaining to her and something that I already, I guess I know, but I'm like not in the headspace to, you know, give you that right now. I don't know. It's something small, you know,
Hmm.
but
Usually it's small. The things that we're like thinking that you know, or something like repetitive
It's
that we
always small. It's never
no.
big.
Right. Yeah, the big stuff we can handle. It's the small stuff that like you want us to trip over.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, we did something major. Okay, now go crazy. But little small knick-knack stuff like you didn't cut off the lights. Like, okay, man.
Oh,
You know, I do pay the
yeah.
bill.
But I don't know. It depends on her.
right.
Lights, babe. Nah,
Yeah,
that's kind of a peeve of mine, like lights and cabinet doors. So yeah, I do have the expectation that he knows, you
but that's
know.
not
Nah, but
communication.
if you didn't communicate, and I ain't talking about
No, no,
yelling like
no. I
at
mean,
the
I've
cabinet door, like I
communicated.
want these cabinets shut, lights
Mhm.
off. Like no, that's not.
You go to
You know,
bed.
No, like you know
communication is
why?
more of a discussion, not like a one-way
That shit see, and
monologue.
that's what we're talking about. Like those things shouldn't be a discussion. You know, the cabinet door was closed when you went to it and got what you got out of it. So just close it back.
I mean, everybody didn't
You
grow up
know, the
like
light was off before you turned it on. Turn
yeah.
it back off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we mean by you should know.
You should know. Or
You
what
should know that
about,
everybody didn't grow up the same way.
oh,
How many times was it
oh,
communicated before giving up? Most of the time, you don't
good
give up on your pet
question.
peeves.
It's never communicated. This is what we're saying.
Right.
So
You gotta
they
You
complete the
can really
communication. It's
communicate
like
anything.
a
come on, Jess.
path.
I'll catch
Man,
you up.
listen, I would love for somebody to save you, but I can't play Project Pat because I get copyright. So, Rance, what do you think about this whole ordeal?
What's that? With the lady and the
Communicate
tiger.
the non-communication, the non-clear communication, the staticky, the struggle mobile
That
communication.
the lack of is the demise of a relationship. I mean, that's how wars have gotten
Okay.
started. Um, my thing is active communication. I mean, active listening, and you know, trying to implement what the person. You ain't gotta go out there and do it perfect, but if they make these suggestions, I just told my wife just before. I'm like, men tell women what they want all the time. It's just that y'all just don't give a damn. Seems like.
Oh my gosh, that's a bar. Say that
No, yeah,
again for the
you on
people in the
something.
back.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and it ain't much, you know, because like I said, I'm home about 36 hours, and I come home and there's things I gotta repair and stuff like that. And I just told her, I was like, you know, I got a step I gotta fix. I'm like, why can't you fix this? I've never fixed a step before in my life. I just go look at it, assess it, and try to fix it. But it's like she'll just go the other direction. Like he's a dude, he'll fix it. Versus just spend some time with me. Maybe you might need to reach, you know, hand me the hammer or the glue or whatever, you know, something like that, just to spend some time and observe, so you can maybe do it next time. I've always told
Ah!
We can do it next
Wow.
time, man.
But I mean, you know, yeah, you do have to have those skills as well as women too. Like
I'm all
you
about it.
know.
My thing, I'm all about equality in a relationship. I'm not gonna expect you to do the things, but just show some interest and want to learn, because there's a lot of dudes that can do. Like I said, I can do everything in that house except give birth and breastfeed. There's nothing I can't do in that house. And you know, it's almost like, okay, if she can cut grass and change oil and pull a tire and do other things like that, that's cool. I ain't gonna expect you to do it. It's just cool if you can. Just like it's sexy to see a woman drive a big ass truck. It's certain, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
communication needs to be equal too. Like, look, I'm telling you this, telling you that. I ain't asking for too much. Men don't need much. Y'all know that.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair.
That is a bar. Like I said, men are so simple. I don't know why people make things so hard. But
I can
We
tell you
don't, but the
because
things that's simple to us, y'all make it hard.
the thing
oh,
is, it's
here we
like one. I think men like live in reality and
go.
they accept it.
Mm.
Where where women will try to bend reality to their will.
Oh, I got something for you.
Oh, example.
Whatever
Yes.
Let's get it.
doesn't make sense that you just say, oh, I want to. Oh boy, I don't want to get too deep. All right.
Let's get it.
I mean, go ahead.
Let's
Heck
get. Hold on, I
yeah.
got another one for you, Ben Billy. Let's get it.
No. Okay, here. So, and I'm all for self-help and improvement and all that, but you know, some women will try to take their self-healing journey on just a ridiculous. No, I shouldn't say that, but just an impossible path. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah, you know, a woman with a past, and then all of a sudden she wants to be, you know, run the other direction and be celibate, and that's cool and all, but I was like, you can't bend reality to make it to where all those, like, your past doesn't matter or it doesn't exist anymore. But into their mind bendingness is they're trying to make it to where, to get to that point to where I can erase the past by doing these steps or something like that.
I don't.
Or I mean,
This
shit.
is a relationship.
If you're looking at it from like what a go ahead.
What'd you say, Jess?
Now I was asking him now. So what are you talking about? Where you're with are you talking about an actual relationship? You're with someone, and then that person decided to switch and become celibate due to their healing.
Yeah, I mean,
journey.
yeah, you can be with them. I mean, everybody grows at a different. So yeah, if you're in a relationship, yeah, that'd work too.
So wait, so are you talking about, what was it? Someone you were pursuing or in a relationship? I'm trying to clarify.
Well, okay, in
Well,
mine, I would say, I guess, like someone that you would be pursuing or that, as you know, you're talking to at that point, and then just was like, oh, I've gone on this spiritual journey or whatever. I mean, that's just one example. I could do a better one.
That one I could have. I definitely told it, because if that person is on a spiritual journey, then she's kind of focused on her healing in a sense too. So maybe that there needs to be something said where that relationship may not even be a option if it's going in two different directions.
Right.
Because a spiritual journey is, she's on that path for a reason, and that path for a reason shouldn't be taken lightly because she knows why she's on that path. So even it has nothing.
If she knows it, I would
and
want him to explain it and not try and like. Let me do another one that's a little bit cleaner. I don't want to, because that one's
a clean one.
No,
Go ahead and cook. Go ahead,
no,
man.
I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna, because it's no, I'm not doing that.
So let's go.
Let's see. Okay, so just let me try and clarify. So this is the premise of what we're trying to do. We're talking about this. I guess my statement was, men live in reality and women live in another world where they try to actually bend reality to fit their imaginary world.
I call that fairy tale.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
If you're looking, so
now you have to
find an
example. You have to validate your claims.
Oh no, I'm not. Validate. I mean, it's a discussion, so I think I can, just bring it to the table. But what I'm trying to do, I guess, would be
you put out a
bring
statement.
more of an example for everybody to, give around the table discussion.
So do you want to stick with the one that you touched on, and then we can use the other one as an example?
Okay. All right.
My example would be it's more a woman can do something and not expect their man not to have a reaction or get upset, maybe, not have an emotional reaction because they're like, it was an honest mistake, but it's like, well, now we're in this heated discussion, and then they don't want to accept their fault. It's like, you can't it's not one-sided, maybe. And I know he may be talking about something maybe material or something of that nature, but I mean, as far as bending reality, it's like, well, what would make you think that was okay? For me, it's like, when a person, but we're talking about a woman bending reality, it's like, you just can't do that. We're in a relationship, So,
that still needs clarification. Too vague.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I know what
no,
you're
it is.
talking about. It's
Because
more like
usually I hear. No, well, the thing is, I hear that rhetoric a lot. So if I hear that rhetoric a lot, then there needs to be examples to support that rhetoric. because you cannot just say that and think that someone just
Okay.
without having any supplement for it. Like that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
Okay. Everybody has like okay. I'm trying to frame it. So okay. So it's okay. Just frame it to where you have like I'm trying to think of a quick one. You gotta put me on the spot, but like uh. I'll take this one. I think it's already been said and it's been heard. But like, okay, a guy will take a girl more so if they're pursuing for who she is or face value or just like what it is. It is what it is. You know, I accept you. I like you. I like you for your faults, and it is what it is. You know, we can build and grow. A girl it seems like they would more try and like change and alter the dude more so to fit what she has in her mind as the man she would want or the ideal man she would want to be with.
Don't everybody have a vision of like a type of person that they want to be with?
Yeah, obviously. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. But it's like if I meet a girl and I'm like, and she shows me who she is, and I like that. I like her for her, and it's just like, okay, you might have these faults or something like that, but it's just like we can, grow from that and learn whatever.
Are
I
you
feel like a
saying like,
woman would more so be like, let me fix this about him. He's
yeah,
not
make him,
quite like this. He's not quite like. Let me fix this and try and.
let me dress him
Men don't
different.
do that.
He's cool.
No, not so much.
I don't think so.
No.
Like he dresses a certain way. Like you like everything about him, but you don't like the way he dresses, or
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. Like I said, it's probably.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's on some light side, but like, yeah, still.
Well, Jess is gone, but yeah, I guess I really wanted to touch on the first subject topic that you
Yeah,
had.
you can.
Communication.
I have to
Or you
go
talking
back
about the
and
first
like
one?
move more clarification, but yeah, you can if you had something.
Um, well, okay, let's go back. So, like Jess was saying, like, yeah, you shouldn't really talk to her if she's in that space of trying to be celibate because she's in a area of healing and cleansing. So she's trying not to bring baggage into whatever else, wherever she's moving into, basically, like trauma, depression, whatever, right? So she may not be able to give you the reality that you're looking how you're looking at it, like, okay, well, you got 2 kids, right? And now you want to be celibate because it didn't work out with your previous
Well,
relationship. You're not a virgin, and all of that or whatever, right?
okay.
So yes, sometimes the celibacy is not because like, oh, I'm being celibate because um I'm waiting on the right man, even though that's sometimes used as the excuse. And this is just my opinion. Even
Oh
though
yeah.
sometimes that's used as the excuse, like a lot of times, like I feel like they gotta cleanse whatever's going on so that they can be in a better space for that next person that comes along their path. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So how would you know when that person comes along?
I mean, it's up to them, but they have to be ready to receive that
Okay.
person.
Oh, that's part of communication.
And that's
Mm,
what. And that's
What
what.
if she's saying she's celibate and you like looking at it like, okay, well, I know I want to smash, and she's not in that space. I think there's clear communication, like she
Yeah.
not ready to do that.
So let me ask this question: Do you feel like women are always honest up front when they engage in a relationship of any sort and say what the rules are of the game before they start? Like, they're in their mind. Okay, let's talk about
Oh,
when Ben
just
was talking about being,
I'm sorry. Hold
oh,
on.
huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. Jess said her thing had overheated, so she has to switch electronics.
Okay, so the girl says she's celibate. She gets with the dude. You know what I'm saying? And from the knowledge that I'm hearing from nowadays is all men want is the box, right?
That too.
And so if you're on this journey, right? You know this.
Right.
You're female. You know this. But you don't. When do you mention this to the dude? Do you
So
mention
if
this
she
after?
gets with the guy,
Uh-huh.
that's what you're saying. Like you're actually
I'm going through every stage of. I'm going through every.
entertaining
Yeah,
him.
when would be the
To
best
me,
time
I
to
feel
say
like she's
something?
just trying to make sure that he's not just in it momentarily. She's
Okay.
looking for something long term. So her thing is like, let me see. Her thing is like,
Somebody has something playing in the background.
Sorry, that was me. Let me turn it off.
Uh-oh.
It's
So no, but
kind
what
of
I'm
more
saying
so like
is
let me
this.
see what his real intentions are, and a lot of
Right,
women
no, but
try
I'm
to do
talking about
that by
boom,
holding
babe.
off.
Listen. I'm talking about every stage of this where she could have told this guy she's on this spiritual. That's something that you kind of set for, like, hey, I don't eat bacon, or I'm vegan, or that's something, I'm on a spiritual journey. See how that all fits together? And that's a part of communication.
That's something. Yeah, I think that would be something up
Well,
front.
so if she's saying that she's
So
celibate,
sorry. So you're assuming that this said woman never said anything from the beginning. That's what you're
No. So
assuming.
No, we're just
I'm giving.
saying, just switching, going from being
No,
starting one way and going another.
so the way I'm framing this is, I want to know when the woman explains, because we're, this whole thing we kind of were talking about math and communication and all that. So when do you think this female that's on this journey set, that's echoing, but told the guy that she's on this journey? Was it in the very beginning when the guy was trying to get to know him? Was it when they got together? What stage could it have been?
So I definitely think that it can be any stage, to be honest, and that unfortunately that's when you have to also consider in the relationship and communicate with your person, because sometimes, all right, I'm going to tell you this. I've gone through my celibacy journey before.
Okay.
And I also grew up in a Christian household. So it's like when that's your background, sometimes you're continually going back and forth with, how you want to mold and attempt to, kind of take in what you're interested in when it comes to faith and all that other stuff. So sometimes that should still have been a communication to that person, because if that person knows that, if we talk about, okay, I think about my faith and all that other stuff, then you got to also think about that, what comes with sometimes people who take it seriously. Sometimes that comes that they do not want to be promiscuous. Sometimes that comes with they don't want to just be all around the place and spreading it wide and laying it low. They want to actually have something substantial and want to have that special for their person that they feel connected to. So now that doesn't mean that it wouldn't be you, but are you willing to be there or not? That's a communication that needs to happen.
Right. And I want to touch on that. So, like, the main thing is, when do you tell them? Like, somebody that's really religious, they're always shouting out first thing, hey, no, I believe in Jesus. This and that, right? Like I was saying, in anything where you're putting something that high up on a pedestal, so to speak, you would come out in the beginning. Or if you don't come out in the beginning, then who should hold the accountability for, so quote unquote leading the male alone? Because you may see the signs of what this male's about or what he's coming for, but you also want to, like we said, we're talking about communication. You want to communicate your stance on stuff, and it's up to him to accept it or not. If you never give him the chance to accept it, then where does that leave them? I'm still
I
echoing.
agree with the whole telling up front, and then that's I did lead with that, as in to say, being that that is something that I lead with because it's a part of my fiber. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to always bring that as a conversation piece at some point,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So if anything, even if it's something that we're both not for when we're talking about it, then that's when decisions have to be made, you know. But then that's also where, okay, if you're really thinking about it, why people try to talk about being equally yoked and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, sometimes that's when you're on the same page when it comes to that, rather than really thinking, assuming that somebody would just accept it or just, you know, buy into what your belief system is, or whatever the situation is. That's why a lot of conversations should be happening from the beginning, which I feel is not happening in this generation when it comes to approaching dating. A lot of conversations, whether it comes to faith, whether it comes to finances, whether it comes to debt, whether it comes to money management, whether it comes to having children or not having children, whatever, all that stuff is not talked about a lot lately. A lot of people are
Yeah.
just jumping in.
No.
I'm feeling you, you feeling me, let's do this. A lot of people is
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Well, I feel like because of those hard conversations, people are afraid they might discover something that they don't like, and they have to deal with.
Well, that's the hard pill we got to swallow, because then you're
No, I'm agreeing with you. Yeah,
postponing
I'm not.
it
I'm definitely
until
not.
later on.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely agreeing with you on that one.
And I feel
Well,
like
I do
that's
think
what
that they
needs to be
do
talked
tell
about.
them, you know, if they're celibate, that would be surprising to me. Like, oh, a person you taking the time to get to know, and then you find out, like after a while,
You
that
shouldn't.
they're on this. It's still echoing.
It is. It's killing me.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming on your end, Jess.
Oh, I don't even know why. Cause all I have is my computer on today. Wait, maybe I should log out. Should I log out of
You
the
might still be on YouTube. That's what happened to me
Okay, let me take. All right.
on
How
another
does it sound
tab.
now? Better? I turned it off.
Let's see.
It sound better?
Nope, still
It's
gone.
still echoing.
Oh,
I
I
don't know
close it
why it's
off.
doing that. But
Well, I'm not on my original mic, so maybe that's the situation.
um,
Cause you know I just kind of jumped on. I didn't really plug everything up. So
oh, okay. But yes, I do think that that would be weird to me if a person is not being open and honest about what type of journey they're on at their beginning of the moment. You
Yeah.
know, um, I don't know. Maybe they do it, maybe they don't. I would think that most of them would say like, well, you know, I am celibate because, especially this day and age, like a lot more people are kind of moving at a faster pace.
Mm,
Right.
really fast.
Yeah,
That's
and some
Extremely
people
fast.
are wanting to go back to taking things a little slower, and I mean,
that's
it,
that's
it's
that's 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 okay, and that's their choice. But it's just
yeah. I
but that's
mean,
the thing. There's some people
slower
that's for
as
it, some
far
people it's
as
not.
yeah. No, I agree.
yeah, slower as far as like let's have these tough conversations and make sure that before we connect on that level of intimacy, you know, that we are able to hold these conversations and still withstand our point of views.
Mm, mm.
And then let's connect on the other level of intimacy, because then it'll be, ooh, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Different. It'll
Yeah.
be it'll
Well,
be different. It'll be different on the sense of like we've already hashed out all this stuff. I know about him, he knows about me. I understand him, he understands me. Now we're just sealing it, sealing the deal, basically. You get what I'm
I think
saying?
I think I get you. I get what you're trying to say. I'm gonna elaborate on it. I'm gonna help you out with this for a second, because I get what you're trying to say. As in to say, a lot of people nowadays is for that rush, and she mentioned it before. Y'all mentioned it before. A lot of people's for the rush, and they don't understand even the chemical influences and everything that comes with, you know, rushing into the physical before you even
Mhm.
know somebody, before you even like somebody, before you even know that they're crazy. And then half the time you get yourself locked into something a little bit more because you rush there rather than actually taking the time and actually seeing if you like that person. Because a lot of people who are together nowadays, they don't even like each other.
That's
Let's
a
be
fact.
honest.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's the fact.
And they
Yeah.
feel resentment because they're like, dang, I'm in this thing and I don't even want to be here.
Right.
That's fucked up.
Right. And so
And y'all know that happens way too much.
It does. I'm
It
pretty sure
does.
everybody
Like
can name people off.
even, go ahead.
and a lot of these relationships, I feel like, start off with those what is it, situationships? Well, so
I
and
mean, it was
then you
fun.
end up stuck because y'all fuse financially at some point, right? And now all of a sudden time goes by and it's like, hey, you start really, after time goes by, the fake starts showing, or not the fake, the real starts coming through. And then you got to figure out whether you really still like this person, especially after you got what you got,
And then that's why some people think about celibacy. I'm gonna tell you that, because then let's say you're going into all of this stuff, you're gonna keep on just spreading it wide, laying it low. I know I'm probably saying it backwards. I don't really care, but you're doing that, and then you're going. So then you're, oh, let me try this guy. That it didn't work out. Okay, let me go to the next guy. It didn't work out. Then we're the same ones that they're gonna be like, dang, what's your body count? How much people did you sleep with? And you get ridiculed for that. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, y'all don't never tell the truth on body counts anyway, so they just asking just for fun.
It's not like if y'all gonna believe us anyway either.
Right.
No, yeah.
So it's just like it makes no sense, honestly. But I'm just saying, for those people who actually try not to be out there and sharing themselves with everybody and connecting on that level with everybody, there are people like that. And they're if you want someone who's just gonna take it anyway, just think about how many people she probably took it that quickly with before you. To be honest.
Yeah.
And you out there feeling special, huh?
And then too, you gotta think like some guys, they look at it like, oh, now she's on this holier than thou. Like, no, sometimes it's just, okay, look, I've made my share of mistakes. Let me correct myself. Let me do something different so that I can get something different.
Like, do you want her to be a tool, continue being a tool, or do you actually want her to gain that self-respect for herself and to actually move forward with that respect?
A tool is crazy.
I mean, I don't know how YouTube language is, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
Is this lady that's on the spiritual journey in a relationship or contemplating relationship, or
it's in the pursuit?
Yeah,
like, and it's just an example. But
there's no real. I mean, they probably are real, but I'm like, this is
relationship.
just a made up scenario, nothing.
And in the pursuit is an easier time to cut your losses if you're not for that. So that's why it should be said during that time.
Yeah.
Because you're not trying to get into a whole relationship and be like, ooh, you were expecting that? I'm sorry.
Wow. Wow. Well, what do y'all believe is a good time frame to really get to know somebody in a relationship? Like, when do you really feel like you start knowing people?
Well, so that's the thing.
I've never put a time frame on that.
Right. Thank you. That's what I was just about to say. I don't put a time frame because
so you never know anyone.
Some people come in transparent. No, you'll never know anyone, even 10 years down the line. Let's be real. There's always something new that you're finding out about someone. You may know a lot of their things, but even situations in life can change people. And, parenthood, you never knew that person in parenthood. Then there goes a whole nother side of her that you never saw, or side of him that you never saw. So, you never really know someone. So what you're trying to do now is know as much as them, especially when it comes to value and character. You're trying to see how they are, gauge how they are for real. And then there can't be a time period for that, because some people hold out their true character for a good while before they're like, oh, they take off that mask and you're seeing the true them. So it's like sometimes you got to see how they even react to other people. When you're going to eat, how do they react to that waitress? How do they react to, you get what I'm saying? Like, just gauge them in life.
How they carry themselves.
Every season when they're going through it, how do they react? Because, sometimes when you're going through it, you can't mask that. You're like, oh, somebody stepped on your toe. Get the F off my toe. You know what I mean? Like, it's like sometimes there's people who really can't mask that. You're like, oh, I didn't know you had that kind of anger just for that. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of times you gotta. It's a touch and go. There's no perfect, foolproof plan, but you have to go in there as wise as possible.
Right.
Yeah. And then, of course, like you say, you have this
just
ideal person.
study your subject. That's basically what she's saying.
Yeah.
In a good way, yeah.
Yeah, but like I say,
I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick. Narcissists be studying their their subjects too, so we got to be careful when we say that. I'm not gonna just say that and be like, yeah, study your subject, because they study
I
you and
mean,
then they will push it back in your face later on down. So I'm not gonna say that, but it's
well,
in a good way, as in to say you
right,
want to get to know them. You want to get
right.
to know them, not get it. Collect
Do something to
information to
use
throw
something
it
as
back.
a weapon. Weaponize.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then sometimes I think, like people say, well, what are you looking for? Then you say all of those things, and then that person shows up
Yeah.
as
You.
what you're looking for. Instead, just watch and
Wow.
observe.
I'm with you, boo.
You don't have to, disclose all of that, because then you make yourself vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because you saw what Nick Cannon said on that what's her name, the that
Ayana,
therapist. He said, "Oh, she want to go to church. I'm gonna go to church. If she wanted
he
to go
sure
to
did.
like he
He
said, he
sure
was gonna be
did.
whatever that woman that he's pursuing wants to be. That is
Mhm.
not the type of person you want to
That's
give
sad.
all your cards to. It like that.
Yeah.
You
What?
want to be you,
Trey trying to
but
figure
I'm
it out.
talking about
No,
don't
no,
give
no,
them
no. I
like
got a crazy question, and I
Oh,
want to. So for everybody in here, y'all remember the 30-day rule with women? What did y'all think about that when y'all was younger? For 30,
30,
30 days.
30.
90,
You remember it's
90
like 30
days.
days? Not okay, 90 days, whatever time.
90 days, yeah.
What did y'all think about that as females when y'all were younger?
What?
You didn't know about that rule?
90-day rule?
Yeah, and so you
people
had
have
to
that.
pass
Yeah,
this test.
people do that.
It's like
Y'all
Steve
remember
Harvey
that?
wrote that book or something like that.
Okay, guys have tests all the
No,
time.
no,
Yeah,
no.
but
But
they're
I'm just
not
saying, how did y'all
yeah,
feel
tests are
about
not
that
gonna take that long.
when
Like,
y'all heard that?
Here's the
And
thing. That's why I say I don't go by set times, because some guy will be like,
mhm,
all I gotta do is wait
yeah,
out them 90 days
Yeah, it's
and
gonna wait
then
90
that's
days.
it. I'm in it. Like, come on. No,
Yeah.
that I don't do that whole time, like set time period. And everybody is different. Some people are slower to express themselves to a point where you have that intimacy, and some people are pretty transparent and pretty, authentic with it.
I think one thing that I know is tradition. Well, I don't say tradition, but you don't meet the family until later. Like, nah,
oh
I need to meet
yeah,
these motherfuckers
well,
now
yeah. I
because
mean,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I feel like, and there's
because
been, yeah, in different eras of times of
because
how to
you
do
gonna
that.
meet a bunch of alcoholics and degenerate motherfuckers in there. I'm like, nah, I'm about to, I'll pass. Or
right.
everybody in there doing them
I
gemstones, asking about your zodiac sign, what time you was born and shit. Like, nah, I'm good, man.
Listen, I have to know. I have to know, and be. I know it's sometimes it may sound intrusive by me saying this, but I have to know family history with certain things. Like
Yeah,
if
Mm,
their mother, so like I've known someone who their mother cheated on their dad. So now I'm wondering. Now, do you have mommy issues? Do you have anger towards her? Do you have? I'm asking that. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Well,
If,
yep. You're right, because I've seen that firsthand before, and that is
if you're,
not a good look. Like, I, I, well, I can't remember exactly the scenario now, but it was more so like the mom let the dad raise the children, because she was in a very abusive relationship with the dad, and so he took the kids thinking that was going to make her chase after him, and the mom just cut her ties and let him raise them, and he resented her for doing that, and and
and I
and
can
it
see why.
like his adulthood with how he treated women.
And I could see why, because there probably were unhealed abandonment issues going on there too, and everything. So there's a lot that goes into it that you got to think about before you actually, go full blown in a relationship with someone, and not expect that if something happens, it's triggering.
okay,
Yep.
let me ask this question. Nowadays, it's different in dating, where a lot of dating happens online. If we were to do the old school traditional way, what would be the best way to date? What would be the best type of date? Would it be just meeting someone somewhere casually, or would it be a park picnic, or would it have to be extravagant? What in the choice that the male picks for the female, how would you view on each choice? And specifically, we can use those examples I just put out there.
So I talked to. Oh, you talking about?
I'm
Go
sorry. Go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I talked about this before. on another platform, but I was saying like that conversation that you have leading up to the date and everything, definitely look into it. Like let's say let's say that woman loved flowers, a whole botanical garden rather than even going to like a 5-star restaurant might actually hit that spot for her, and a walk
Mhm.
there and actually, you get what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have to be well, I know how a lot of women nowadays are anyway. I can't talk for everybody, but I'm just saying, for someone who's actually about quality and actually about, being genuine, if it's something like that, like a date took me before, because I'm a big pasta lover, and they took me to a restaurant where it was like different types of pasta. I'm talking about everything you could think of in one spot. And I
Mm.
thought that was heaven. I'm like, and it wasn't like a crazy 5-star place, but that
And he
was
figured that
heaven
out
to
on
me.
his own. He figured that out on his own.
Through talking, because I mean, listen,
Okay.
I'm going to talk about me being a pasta lover. I'm going to
Okay.
talk about it. I love cheese. I'm a pasta lover.
So
Kind
you
of cut down,
communicated
but
that with him,
You
and then
communicated that.
he fought right.
And then what about the
what?
next? So I like that, but now that it's 2024. Okay, you said traditional, but
Right.
I think okay. So yeah, I'm cool with the traditional date and all that stuff, but now it's like
I know.
say
I
he's not
know.
into pasta. So what he's doing is just trying to impress you based on your likes, and you know what he
Mm,
likes. So the next date, are you going to say, hey, I know you like nice cars, so this at the Coliseum, I got some tickets for us to go to the car show. You know what I'm saying? Because things got to be reciprocated. Because I'm telling you, a lot
that
of
is a
these
bar.
relationships are unilateral, and it's all about what you can do for the woman, and she ain't bringing nothing to the table you can't get from nowhere else if you just casually dating, or just trying to smash and dip. You see what I'm saying? So it's like my thing is like, I ain't trying to do all that impressing no more because I want to see. My thing would be like if I'm a gardener at home, that's my hobby, right? So I'm gonna take you to the botanical garden. Hopefully you ain't got no allergies, but to see like, hey, you like flowers and that, and then we're gonna chit chat, and see if you're a match for me because I know what I like. You tell me what you like, but you haven't really reciprocated any type of energy that say I'm a rock with you and do something for you. So it's like I'm gonna take you to the most extreme thing and see if that, because if I ride motorcycles and you don't, I'm like, hey, let's go. We're gonna go on a date and you can go ride bikes. And if you don't like that or whatever the case may be, then we might not be partners, a good
Compatible.
compatible. And
That's
I
why I
know a
big
lot
up
of
that
couples.
conversation.
Yeah.
I
That's why.
think that I think that everything, you're not going to be compatible in like everything.
Right, right.
I think in two, that allows you to have your time to enjoy certain things that you do like with yourself, and give you that me time. But I do think that things should be reciprocated on both ends. His likes and
Because
dislikes and yours
if it's
too.
always a pasta date, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, I like a good ribeye. Can we go to a ribeye joint one time? At least
Or
if
should wait,
you
hold on,
initiate.
hold that right there. Or should you have to ask for that ribeye? Because you see, she didn't
Right,
have
you
to ask
shouldn't
for
have
the
to
pound. You
ask for
see,
that. Yeah, you
there
have
we
to,
go. I just want to
and
land
that's
that
what I
right
was
there.
saying
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry, I can't,
Oh my God.
Miss Jess. That's what I was saying. Is like we shouldn't have to ask for some things too. It's like, hey, you understand? I
There you
like
go.
ribeye. Hey, I brought your ribeye home, or let's go on a date. I'm gonna take you out here. Like I said, we don't need much. Avengers got the Joker coming out. We like Marvel and DC. Take us to the movies, just so you can show us some love too. I mean,
But that's why I said like it has to be about quality, and I know that's hard to find nowadays. But it has to be someone who actually wants that quality. If you're not trying to have that quality, then it's just casual dating. But if you're trying to find someone significantly and actually pouring into that person, and you're pouring into each other, then no matter what, and no matter what, you're trying to find out what they like. You're trying to share those experiences. You care about that stuff. Where casual dating, some people, they just don't care about that stuff.
yeah. I think if
So
you
it just
do
depends
find
on what you want.
And I think, and to piggyback on, I think if you do find that quality person that you feel like you can grow with that person, and if it's you see it's unilateral and they're just taking and not really putting any
Mm-hmm.
energy back into what you're, then I think you as the person, I'm guessing the guy in this instance should probably be like, hey, I need to fall back. And I'm like, why? Everything's cool. I'm like, yeah, for you.
Right.
But I'm not feeling anything. You ain't bought me not one Jay-Z album, and that's all I talk about. You know what I'm saying?
And that's one thing that we don't see a lot. We don't really see, I want to say,
reciprocation. So I was sitting here thinking, I'm just like, if the men don't receive any reciprocation of I guess like thoughtfulness or dates, then I would assume all men are just casual dates to women then.
Yeah, well, we've been saying that, you know.
I'm just
when they need to eat, get a light bill paid or something like that, you know.
I mean, it's unfortunate that y'all experience women like that you didn't get much reciprocation if that's the statement, because there are women out there like that who's listening out when you're talking and want to actually pop something on you.
Yeah.
But are they plentiful? Because it seems like there's a lot.
I mean, in this
No,
generation,
everybody's in their
and,
own
you know,
batch.
everybody's selfish in this generation. So in this generation, I would have to say on either end, everybody's about self. Like men want the physical, women want the whining and dining and being treated. The sprinkle
So
stuff.
when did that happen though?
Okay.
When Sugar
That's
Daddy
a good
said they'll
question.
pay for it if they want it.
Yep.
When did it happen? Because I mean, everybody says the generation before us didn't have to. It wasn't quite like that. So I'm just trying to.
When they said they'll pay for it if they want it. Around the time that song came out, it altered a lot of things, because more and more people, especially, I mean, younger women started going for the older guys because they're willing to pay their way. And so then a lot of things just became transactional.
That makes me feel like women really don't have no emotions for relationship.
Well, I mean,
Wow,
sometimes they have to. A lot of women in these that have been in relationships and feel like they took a loss.
So they take the loss over into the next. They carry it over
No one wants to. Basically, no one wants to. Everybody's for self. Nobody wants to lose. So I think when people approach relationships like I'm protecting me and I'm not going to lose.
Yeah. And I can see that from a woman's perspective, because you know they might have poured into a man and was doing this and doing that and shower him and taking care of everything, and then he'd still go out and cheat and do all kind of craziness.
Ungrateful.
And then she's like, I was doing all that, and then it's just now the next guy's like, I'm just going to get somebody
has to pay for it.
Yeah, has to pay for it.
But can I say something though?
Can
I say something though? If you're genuine though, that is very hard, but I don't think you really that should stop you.
Wait, it should stop?
It's not stopping. It's just
I mean, like that. The fact that you experienced someone that did all of that, and then now you're going to turn and just
now you're reserved.
Like,
now you're
I don't
reserved,
think
right?
that. Yeah, I mean, but
you don't feel like you should stop your love the way that you let it out. And
I think you should be discerning. You should increase your discernment, but I don't think you should like totally close your hope per se, because I'm sure that I think where some women go wrong is that they think that some men have the same heart in a sense of that they may have, and then the reality hits them like, nah, he was just for your physical. Or whatever.
So does that change? Does that change y'all mode once y'all see that? Like, I don't know. I want to call it a mode.
Mean, sometimes it can help. It can help be like a little, oh, that's kind of something I came across before. It's looking very similar. Let me watch for this. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's the trauma of it.
Firsthand, dudes change after we smash. That's why they wait that 90 days, so to speak, and then after that, they start to show who they really are, and that's just
that doesn't make a lot of sense. But I mean, if that's the case, then 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna, if you're gonna,
well, whatever, yeah. At 90 days, 10 days,
off, then you start to see that real person where these arguments are a little different, or you done got comfortable. You ain't putting on that representative Chris Rock.
What, Ben?
I think meeting new people and being with someone new is fun. I think Link was trying to talk about it earlier, like that newness will fade, and real life situations and conversations will probably come up that need to be had. But when in the beginning, it's just fun. You know, it's fun until you have to run into something serious. So I think it's all, and I'm not saying it's to be like you could be vibing with this person, you could really like them, but I mean I think for any relationship when it's new, it's fun and it'll take a situation to test you guys and see how each other one reacts and responds and how they would want to try and get through that situation or whatever. Some women would probably I'd say like some guys would say like if something doesn't turn out right, they kind of go silent, they shut down. Women might analyze, go through 30 different scenarios of what could have been, how to change things and things like that. But as far as just in the beginning, like it's just I think it's fun until you get tested, and then that's when you really find out what everybody's made of.
Right. I got a thought provoking question, which is, do y'all think that in a relationship, men are more willing to change for their mate than a woman is, or do you think is vice versa?
Oh, I think a dude definitely is willing to change where they're gonna have to bend more.
What do y'all think, women?
I think it's subjective because I've seen men who will change in a sense just to make their lady happy, but I've also seen women change just to meet the requirements that a man may want.
Do you think that changed? Do you think that changed?
I hear the difference.
Wait. One more second, y'all. This is really important. Do y'all think that change will be permanent? When somebody changes with someone, do you think that change is mostly permanent, or is it just for a short while?
I don't think it's either permanent or for a short while.
So I mean, what could it be?
People change, people grow, people change. I think people change all the time. So I don't, whatever they.
Yeah, but to change for that person, like if she says, "I don't like the way that you twiddle your feet," and then you just stop twiddling your feet, and then it's like you did that for life. You always twiddled your feet to go to sleep. Now I don't like you twiddling your feet, and your feet stop twiddling. And then like I changed for you. He took that to heart. Like I twiddle. That's how I go to sleep, right? And then now he's just asking you to just.
I don't think that's something that he can change.
This is sounded personal, but
yeah. So okay,
but no, I just say this to make this light. But I'm saying like,
I get what you're saying.
Goes out the way to change for someone, then they feel like you need to reciprocate your change to show them that you care too. Because listen, you don't want to do that shit. You don't want to change that one thing. You in your soul, you're like, it's not hurting no one. This is this is what I do. This is for me. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm saying that's the body. Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
No, go ahead. I'll be talking a lot. Y'all gotta stop me something.
I was going to say that. I think a man might ask a woman to change, or she may change for him initially. Like when we seen, I think it was Malcolm X or anything. He was a Muslim, and then she had to become a Muslim to date him. Something of that nature. You change because I'm a politician, so you gotta look the part. Versus like a
or pastor and his wife.
Yeah, something like that. You got to change, and it's like, can I do that for life? This ain't who I am. Blah blah blah. But he's a good guy. Versus a woman to ask a dude to change, and it'd be like some kind of personality change, or I need to, I think it'll be a personality thing. But then he will change. Like, okay, so my wife was like, you need to stop yelling. This is a nap. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, why am I yelling? And then when I do talk normal in a normal tone and say things, logically and sound and comfortable like I would at work or something like that, and still no response, I'm like, okay, so now you're the one that's not changing either. So the other person has to acknowledge that you've gotten what you wanted. I stopped yelling. Now, can can we communicate better?
You said a lot in a sense, as in, okay, now I notice with the yelling, when it comes to change, I feel like if it's positive, that should be something that you should always be willing to do. So if it's like so yelling is not something positive if you really think about it, because you're talking about pressure, you're talking about all that stuff. Now the communication needs to come in, as in to say, as you said, like, why are you yelling? Then if you're not communicating that and she's not reciprocating, being like, you're like, okay, so I told you why I'm yelling and this is still happening. It's really triggering me. Then that's when the conversations need to happen.
Right.
So it's about sometimes approach, because you're still trying to, you're not trying to go back to yelling. That's not the place where you want to live.
Right.
That's not healthy there.
Here's an easier one. You're right. Here's the easier one. My wife can be like, babe, you need to, you need to start dating more. We need to go on some more dates, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, cool. And then when you start doing those things and you still don't get the response like, hey, that was great, or she go to sleep on you when she promised you the good, it's like, damn, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and you ain't bringing your end to the table. You know what I'm saying? It's like
still a communication issue.
Still
a communication issue, because
anymore.
the thing
that's
is,
a response issue. Because go ahead.
Well, I was saying still a communication issue in the sense of that that's still a positive change. Spending quality time with your wife is a positive thing, and it solidifies your relationship. So either way, but then now you can talk about what your loss is in this whole, like, if you're saying that you are, kind of frustrated with the amount of physical activity we're having, that's another conversation.
But that's the part of what she was thinking she was going to bring to the table. And then to answer his question, he was like, is it going to be permanent or is it going to be temporary? Well, now it's going to be temporary because you ain't doing your part as far as the date nights and what, our quality time together. You just got a full belly and a laugh at the movie and you just going to go to sleep. You ain't going to do all the other stuff you was promising me in the car on the way home,
That's a conversation.
My goodness.
That's a conversation, because now you're assuming for her to know that. I mean, to get what you're saying and how you feel. As going back to the beginning of the conversation that y'all were talking about, communication. Because if you're not,
I thought it was clearly communicated. Wait a second. Hold on.
She promised me in the
car. She communicated
no.
that.
So then you're communicating that she's reneging on her what y'all communicated before. That's the further communication. And then now what she says from that, it will show her interest or care for pleasing you.
So then so what has created why we're here at this point, like, you need to date me again, is because this isn't the first time. So you fall out of practice because it's like, yeah, we'll do something. It's your birthday, blah, 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 but it ain't going to be a lot more in between stuff because it's just all those empty nights. Let's go hang out, let's go dancing. And I'm staring at the back of your head because you done fell asleep. And then you get in this rut. And then
that means you wasn't dancing close enough.
But that's it's been communicated. Like, look, Like,
well, how was you acting when y'all were out?
Man, yes. Go ahead.
Good. We have a great time. We have a great laughing, cutting up. We ain't talking about the kids and all. Blah blah blah, talking about whatever us. And then a little couple, too many tequila shots, I guess, and it's like,
wait. So Rance, like, whose idea was date night?
Thank you.
It could have been mine. But again, for this scenario, I'm just saying, like, if she's saying, like, hey, we need to, step up the dating game because we kind of fell off because life is getting in the way. Okay, cool. And feel,
well, she brought it to the table and you tried to, like, appease or,
I adjusted. I don't say adjusted, but I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
And then you bring it back in, say, hey, isn't that? And then it's like, yeah, but, the night ended early,
Well, I mean, yeah.
I get it.
And kind of did
I get
something.
So for date nights, let's get this together. So for date nights, should the male always be the one? Oh man, just fell out. Should the man always be the one to set up the date?
No.
Should the man always be the one?
But I mean, the only reason why I say yes is because
Wait, you just said no.
I say no, but I'm saying the only reason why I say yeah, like no, it should be fair across the board. Like everybody should take time to plan something. But for the most part, men find themselves doing something that that they may not really want to do, and then they're not having fun, and so then,
man, okay, T-Wady, hold on, I got something to say about this.
You need to step up your date night game, and so he's going out on
just
going out more so than he would. That's like more so of what he's doing for her,
right?
And so when he gets back, he's like, well, okay, well, what's being reciprocated? What, are we going to go out? Is he going out? Like, are we going to go out to a place I want to go to next weekend? Or, is the night going to continue or whatever?
One question, y'all. Sorry to cut you off, but I got a quick question. So why is it that we got to do? Okay, so check this out. Our primary stuff is what? To protect, finance, right? All that other stuff, right?
Right.
Okay, so now you added Date Master to that list.
Oh my goodness.
MasterCard technician.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Or you don't get the booty. But guess what?
Even if you do it, you still might not.
Right. So guess what? Now you're looking at me like that. So now I gotta do extra stuff. But what extra does the female have to do?
Right. So we need to define what date night means for a woman versus a dude, because that way we can see what the expectations are. Because some of them, like I said, some women just be like, I'm talking about on a dating, not married level. Like, I'm just need to eat, so I'm gonna call someone. So they got dudes in their phone probably labeled Ruth Chris and Cheesecake Factory and this and that, right?
Well, he done leveled up on them
based on their budget, right?
Right.
I don't know, but I think we need to find what date night means to a woman now.
There's different date nights. There's date night to go eat. There's date night to go dance. There's date night to go watch a movie.
That's still date night. All of those.
Yeah, I said that.
I
said there's different.
From the time we leave the house or meet up or whatever until the time we go to sleep. What happened? What do you think is?
There's two different.
You saying basically what should happen at the end of date night?
We just want to see if that the coup de grace is the on the list.
Well, yeah, in most cases, yes. But
we got the babysitter and everything.
But is this you saying on the marriage level, right?
Listen. Sidebar, y'all.
But on the flip side, hold on one second. On the flip side, a date night for someone that's just going on a date, no.
Well, yeah, not just smashing everybody. Yeah, I'll just say on a married level.
Yeah, she's just trying to go enjoy some time out.
Yeah.
Did you? Well, as long as you had fun, I guess.
That's how it usually works, huh?
Yeah. You had fun.
Yeah, because guess what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have fun on the date.
It doesn't matter. You just say that you don't want to be like, why did you have any fun? And
guys, I'm talking to you out there in this world. It does not matter. You don't.
It does not matter if you have fun. You don't matter.
My thing is, I think it would get boring if the dude was always, picking date night. My thing is,
right.
Like I said,
yeah, that's true.
Sometimes, it's good to hear the woman's interest. Hey, what do you feel like doing tonight? Or did you? It might be
so we can tell her no gracefully.
We always going to eat, but you got all kinds of things, paint and sip. You got this and that. So it'd be like, and she's like, I don't feel like painting and sitting and sipping. It'd be like, well, I already got a ticket, so you wanted me to plan stuff.
Yes, it does all the time.
No, it don't.
Let me tell you why it's all the time. All the time we protect you. All the time we pay the bills. All the time, if you're sick or whatever, we do whatever. All the time. There's nothing that we can say, you know what? We're gonna take this back. You're gonna be homeless today.
Damn, dog.
I bought you those shoes. God, they was like, we're not gonna take back nothing, but females take stuff back, or they just be like, tired. But next thing you know, you on the phone.
But men get tired too. Yeah,
they'll never get tired.
You are absolutely right, T. Waddy.
You heard.
Y'all didn't say that in the beginning of the. That determines how. What
I
we're
mean,
gonna
it
do for
happens,
date
like,
night.
you know,
I go get a
especially when
fool
you get
before.
older, like you go out, you do too much, you by the time you get home, you ready to crash sometimes.
We go to Wendy's or drive through then.
Right. Right. Exactly. We're not
With that
doing no
$5
steak
bag.
48.
Steak
We ain't
48 money.
we
Yeah. Shit.
Oh my
you about to
goodness.
get cookout.
why
You
See,
forget
Marty
nugget
was
tray.
right. Men do take stuff back.
That cookout. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, then y'all initiate the date, and then see, or they'll pay for the date and see what, like, yeah, I done spent 300 at steak 48. You know, I would expect something too at the end of the night. You know.
How about this? We choose the dates, but y'all pay for the date, and then
Right.
that's that.
Yeah. See if that.
I'll see how many days you go on.
That's what I'm saying. Like even if whatever, you always paying. So I don't get it. Like this,
You're always paying. Like you're paying to drive to
whether you pick it, whether she pick it,
paying.
whatever.
Paying
Whether y'all win it, you still paying.
Guess what? Guess what? The cars. No, we're not talking about another person. We're talking about the cars. Listen, when those cars were on 26, 30, 36s and all that, guess who it was for? Take a guess. For the women. We can't do nothing for ourselves. Like we automatically are programmed. Man, I gotta shine. What you shining for?
Oh no. Yeah. Nah, I don't believe that.
Oh, okay.
Here's what I believe. Here's what I believe.
What for the 26s and 38s?
Nah, I believe.
Who you want to see you, a dude? Hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah, the things guys do to impress girls and the things girls do to attract or impress guys are completely wrong.
Right.
Completely. Like the things that females think a guy, like dudes really didn't know about eyelashes until like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it wasn't looking really actually like, oh, those are topics. You can put eyelashes on. Like dudes did not know. You know, back in the day when it was, what was it? You know, the throwback jerseys was.
The throwback dresses.
The jerseys, no, the dudes. Did used to get the throwback jerseys, right? You'd be like, oh, but you would try and get fly and dress up and go out. You'd be, oh, the girls are gonna be hitting on me.
Yeah,
them girls didn't know none of them players. I'm saying it was be like, oh, he got the you with the 26s and 38s. Oh, it would be dudes complimenting dudes on things that you're trying to do to get girls. It would be women complimenting women on things that they do that they're trying to. It's like it don't really make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. I saw something like that. I commented on it today. A lady was, it was a sponsored ad reel, and she was pulling up one of those Spanx things, but it was like the half, like from the bottom of her chest to her thigh, and it was a shaper or whatever they call them. And I'm like, it was like a scuba suit. I'm like, ladies, y'all ain't got to do that. Men don't care. We don't care.
But the things that women do.
Y'all competing against I put that. I said, are you competing against other women, or you're doing that for men? Because I wanted to know. I'm like, because dudes don't.
They're gonna compete against everybody.
Yeah, women are doing it to feel better about themselves. Certain things that they do.
Really?
Yeah, like the Spanx. Like when they put on certain clothes.
Oh, they trying to lift their body up.
They're trying to make sure that the clothes complement the outfit.
They trying to trick people. They trying to trick people. That's what they trying to do.
It may feel like trickery, but
it is trickery.
She's just trying to make sure that she looks presentable.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's like you don't look like that outside of
right.
Spanx, and it's like, you know, we will feel tricked. That's why we're like, are you doing that for us, or you're doing that to compete against women, or is it all in one? Because you ain't gotta do that. Y'all ain't gotta do that.
You don't. We're not even caring
this is
about
so
any
true.
of that.
This is so true. So T. Whitey said, but y'all also make women feel like natural is not beautiful because
that's cap. Who said that?
What y'all looking at is different.
Who said
so basically,
no, if y'all like,
okay, calm down, y'all.
That?
No yelling. You're yelling.
Oh wow,
passionate because it's passion. It gets confused with yelling.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just messing. But no, for real. So a lot of guys, they're on these social sites and do y'all fix your hairline for you or ooh,
hey, guess what, Jess, I'm glad you got off the air and said that. So me and my daughter was actually having this conversation about where did the hairline come in. You stole my next show. Now it's already over. You made me have to talk about it. So no, actually I think I think that men fix their hairline for he do fix them for y'all. That you know what? Now I think about it, because guess what? Who we looking good for?
Right.
Yeah,
Who we
I
looking
mean,
good
but you
for?
also want to feel good about
I
yourself.
want to hear the man. I want to hear the men answer this one. How you gonna answer
Okay.
that? You
Yeah,
got a man. You talk
we
about
do.
yes
We
because.
wanna look good. You feel younger. You feel you look good. I got a damn LeBron James hairline, but I've got to live with it. It is what it is.
Listen, so the reason why men get their hairline and stuff
I don't
done,
know. I can't speak on that one.
the reason they get their
I think he's
hairline
trying to hold
done
his
is
head down
because
so everybody can see his.
the reason
Let me
why
say,
they get their
they have them flat too now.
No,
They put them on top flat and cut them down smooth.
Look. Well, then, yeah. Both sexes do, because girls get them curly sues down for up. No,
baby hair, but
the baby they be curling.
I mean, no,
they
I
don't be
think they're
baby
trying
hair.
to
They
get.
comb
I
the
don't
whole.
think. Everybody wants to look attractive and
Right.
presentable.
You want to
So
look attractive, but it's not fake though. I'm not.
It is fake.
No, my hairline will be cut just how it is. I'm not adding
Oh.
anything. But from what.
Oh yeah,
I know
because
they
that's
have
addition. We don't like spray.
We're not adding anything. So
No spray.
Because Boombox, you're about to answer T. Waddy's statement about
T. Waddy's statement. Yeah, that still is true, because you go on and you're looking at all these different Instagram models, and then you're like, scroll, and everything on them fake, not just lashes and hair and stuff.
So if I look over my wife's shoulder and she's looking at guys or whatever, and they got the shirts off and stuff, I'm gonna go work out, because obviously she like guys with a lot of muscle. I'm gonna go work out.
Yeah, but that's fake body parts, is what I'm saying.
That's what we're saying. We're like, literally, Kendrick Lamar said we like natural women, right?
You ain't listening.
They still jumped on him. They still jumped on him and said, "Don't tell us what to do with our bodies." He was like, "I'm just telling you, I like natural women." And then they still don't. It's like, well, dang, I can't say nothing. So nobody says anything anymore.
Okay, but that's the whole point. Like, why are guys going? They're saying that they like natural women, but then
love them.
They're doing something different. Yes, they are, because they're giving more attention to the fake.
That's cap.
We're just
not cap.
Scrolling. We're just scrolling. We're not trying to discern anymore is that a BBL or not. We're just scrolling and keep it moving.
I'm gonna tell you like this. We think about the long term, like, because men are more logical. I think about when those airbags blow out, who's gonna have to replace them?
Right.
When they start spinning around and doing the dreidel on the inside, and I gotta rush you to the hospital, when the eyelash glue go in your eye and it don't come back out, or when somebody snatch your wig off and all your superpowers turn off in front of me in public and I'm embarrassed. You see, this is what we think. We think about all this. We just sit there, You ever see us just sitting there staring like, like those Instagram videos where they're looking and people doing wild stuff? This is what we think of. It's kind of like that, but every day.
Wow.
I think there's a poll out there that men prefer natural.
Natural.
I'm not going to say that they don't prefer.
Don't put on makeup.
I'm not even saying that they don't prefer natural. I'm saying that they're confusing the women by liking unnatural. They're providing more attentiveness to the unnatural than the natural, and so it's making more natural pursue.
Wait, what are you looking at? It seems like you're looking at the
myself in this. Let me fix this. Maybe he'll like me more, or maybe I'll get, the man of my dreams, or whatever. You get what I'm saying?
No.
Like, if more guys like natural, then stop giving attention to fake.
Well, number one, that'll never happen.
That's one guy, and everybody has their own opinion. So, like, there's going to be people that like the fake stuff.
Man,
you like fake or you like natural?
No. You talking about? Go ahead. You like fake or natural?
I don't know,
baby.
I like all types, honestly. If it's done well, I mean, the purpose is not to know, but like these comical ant booties, not the fan of. But if it's like, done kind of like you're not really supposed to be able to tell it's done well, then I would, if it looked good, I'm gonna be like, and then you find out it's fake, you'd be like, oh no, I don't like that. And I was like, that's cap because you did like it. You just
don't like it now.
Right. Exactly. Okay, so thank you proved my point. Thank you.
What do you mean? No. I didn't. What I think you're saying is you hear one person say,
"He's not going to judge
prefer we like natural bodies," and you think it's everybody, and then it's not him clicking on saying or giving the likes. I think it's the number of likes that you see on these fake,
which are mostly men.
I'm sorry.
Which are mostly men.
I just want to say, men really don't like.
But you just heard one man say he likes natural bodies, and you assume that that's everybody, and it's not.
No. That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you, because everybody does have a preference, but that's what I'm saying.
Honestly,
you're saying that you don't have a preference, but you're saying that you don't mind it. So a lot more guys may not mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you're saying, but I mean, it's just in what guys prefer, like in what guys like. However, I'm not. I mean, but that's more like
he's saying I'm not judging you.
Body, yeah. I'm like, it would be different. I think the last one would be more so. Would be like, what was it? This summer, I saw that they were talking about they didn't see no sundresses. All they saw was wrestling suits. I think that's what you was talking about with the scuba gear or whatever.
Oh yeah,
yeah, something along the. Well, he was talking about like a.
He was talking about some Spanx or something like
yeah, like a girdle type of.
Right, but same thing. Both of them compressing.
When they come off and all the.
You hear guys waiting for this and sundresses season and just dry as shit. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it was a comment made.
I was just, basically saying like there may be more guys that don't mind the fake. They say that they like natural, but that's not the numbers don't lie, right? Men love
it's the algorithm of your phone that you like this, and it's going to keep showing.
I mean, I think it's the aesthetic of a perfect picture is what people like, and which is what the whole thing of Instagram is let me paint a perfect picture of my life. It's not true, but I'm gonna make it look good so you'll like it and you get the likes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's some of them just you can have a natural body in a nice picture. You can have a natural body in the trash picture, and I mean. I think that's
and those and why we like natural bodies. Well, what I'll say is unnatural. They didn't work for it, so if they wasn't built right before they got built.
The object is to make it perfect. So I mean,
to make it fun while it lasts, because
whatever you're getting altered. I mean, if you're a guy, you want bigger arms, you get implants to make your arms look big and like perfect. That's what
men do that.
I told you.
I didn't say that's what I said.
I told you men be out here doing implants too.
You're gabbing.
No. Yeah. That's why. Yeah, dudes will do it for sure.
What? Yeah. Because didn't Kanye get lipo? Kanye got lipo, didn't he?
I mean, they
say he had a BBL too.
Honestly, I'm still thinking it's tip of the iceberg.
He got lipo.
I don't really know
a
lot about plastic surgery, but I'm thinking
sewer boots.
What if? There's a lot more that dudes don't know that other people, once they find out, they'll go and get some work done.
Mm-hmm.
That's most guys think about like, oh, I'm getting muscle implants or whatever, a lipo, so I can have a 6-pack, and that's because they can alter everything. So
yeah,
but you're gonna be weak as hell. You're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, dog, that's what I mean. But you do that, you do a flick. I mean, who cares if they don't work, man? You gotta,
Who cares if they don't work? Wow.
You get the likes and the validation.
I mean, that's what he did it for, right? So I mean, man, that sucks. Somebody tries. I want to try the strongest man in the room, and then just.
Nah, man, like whatever. All that it's meant to look perfect. It's not. I don't think it's all meant to like be functional.
Yeah. So thanks.
Well, I mean, same thing. And you know what? So
I'm still trying to get what your point is.
What is my point is Rent said the algorithm does that, but I think that if it's the algorithm, then that means that the algorithm is sending things that it knows that you have liked before. So
Right.
that's how it
Well,
works,
they
right?
gotta feed
Oh,
you new
if
stuff.
I mean uh it's an AI. It's a strong. It
If
does.
you
It reads you. Like I don't
if
think
you
people. If you go
Yeah,
on
it's
Instagram,
reading what you have liked.
if you ask
not
me,
only
I
what you have
like.
liked is what you click on, and it
Hmm.
monitors how long you look at that picture. So
Hmm.
even if I don't like something or whatever I look at, I could look at 10 different pictures that are of various different things,
Hmm.
and it's going to look and be like, okay, this you looked at this picture 2 seconds, you looked at this picture 5 seconds, you looked at this picture, and then it's when you go back to your explore page, it's going to do something totally different based upon those 10 pictures
And
and
you
how long you looked at them.
commented.
You don't have to
Yeah,
like
but
any.
most of the time it's like I think like 10 seconds or more maybe. But anyway, that doesn't matter. You still looked at it long enough for them to say, okay, this is what he's looking at.
You asked me 100% natural. If I could create a,
Right. And I respect what you're saying, but I'm just saying as far as,
but I'm
what
not.
what people are
How they're being
being
influenced.
being understood. Well, influenced, it is definitely influence.
I think
But
that is hair salon talk, nail shop talk. That
no,
this is what men want.
no,
Because I'm like,
no, it's not. Women do not talk about that in the salon.
Women don't talk about what men getting fake muscles.
No, Trey.
Oh,
Women
what?
don't talk about like what men are liking on social media and stuff like that. It's literally what men are liking. Like if you go and you see it, even if a man looks at it for 2 seconds, he more than likely, in most cases, will still like it and scroll on to the next picture.
Okay.
And so it's transferring over to the women that's saying this is the image that the guys are liking. And while it may not be true, but it's the actual visualization. It's a visualization. And so it's being communicated, and that's what women are understanding. And so that's why you got more women going out here and doing that.
Then now you gotta
Wait,
worry
what?
about what genders
gender.
and what
But
Wait,
like.
no,
okay, so
I'm not even reading about them. What you say?
Now you got to worry about what genders and what not
yeah, we'll take Link.
to.
Let Link take that one over. So if
Oh,
you're
well, okay. Now you got
so
to worry about
if
what genders and what
yeah,
nots.
so if women are liking successful guys, and you got to look like Idris Elba, then that's what dudes gonna start cutting their goatees like and wearing full length peacoats. I guess. I
I
mean
don't think so.
That's
I
not
mean,
the
and then
same.
trying to make.
what do you mean? You because guys are just trying to naturally all fix what they can, and women are going through surgery. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what
no,
about why?
That's based upon that influence of that perfect picture and what that picture represents to them.
right, and that's what we're trying to say.
Because
It's
you're
like we're
saying
not
like
telling
this is
you
what they're like, and
alter
this
your
is what
body.
people are like, and this is what you have to be like now. And you're looking at that one picture and how many likes it got.
Well, I don't know. I'm not looking at it, but I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, you notice that those type of pictures get a lot of views or a lot of likes.
Right. This is something that women have stated before. Like men are saying, like, we don't want you to do this, and we don't want you
Yeah,
to,
don't do that.
be this way. We like you how you are,
Yeah,
and we love your natural self, but then they don't feel like you do.
there's no real life pictures on Instagram. I mean, there are, but those women aren't showing their bodies. Those women are politicians or whatever. They're not models to an
Mhm.
they'll be a full figure model if they are and selling something else. But what's on Instagram is not the normal anyway. We don't see those women at anywhere.
Yeah, it's just like really
So
like
that
modern day.
You said we don't see those women anywhere.
No, it's like yeah,
It's like
so
a modern day
I think that
ebook
right. I
for, but
don't
it's
think your
it's to
issue
the
is with
world now. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you just getting a
no,
book
yeah.
and you just flipping through the book.
Hmm.
Like
I think your issue
women
is
Yeah,
can
more
actually
even in the,
see what you like. Women,
yeah,
and then for
they
like married men, some of these women don't look like or favor nowhere near your mate. So it's
right,
like,
right.
okay, well, you know, she don't even look like me. Like, so do you like me? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things that can go through a woman's head.
So that is on, and that's what we're trying to tell you. No, it's not like that. Like, it's not like that. And anything that you look at on the internet, like any gym picture, everybody's got the booty shorts on in the gym and squatting and doing leg. Every day is leg day in the gym for a woman on Instagram, right?
I swear, they don't miss
lying?
it, do
So
they?
y'all
Like,
know
you ain't
what
lying.
sells. Y'all know what sells, and you're doing it to get money to monetize
booty
your
meat.
site, because there's no women on there that are size 12 and up or whatever. You know, you see what I'm saying? That's not Instagram. And we know that. We know what real life is when we put our phones down.
That's the problem. I think
so. With that being said, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just want to say this real quick before you jump in. With that being said, women already know what men want because it's leg day every day. Okay, go ahead.
That's pretty much it. It's just the fact
I think it's more so your issue with the platform, not the people. I mean, I feel where you're coming from, but I was like, that everything is still like, those women do that to get money, and they get a lot of likes. But at the end of the day, you know, if those people that do it, they're doing it to get money, they don't care about them likes. They want them dollars. You know what I'm saying?
They want that blue check.
Want them dollars.
Right?
Which
And then
I understand too. I understand that too. I'm just saying, you know, what is
before Instagram, there was still the strip club. So you know, there would be guys with girlfriends that were married that would, you know, be about their lady and still go to the strip club and have, you know, whatever, spend a couple of dollars and still go home. Those strippers probably didn't look like what, you know, the guy went home to.
Yeah.
But he still likes you, loves you, whatever. But he still goes, you know.
We're just saying, don't go to the lengths of surgery. If you want to shape your body, then do it naturally.
That's more.
That natural body hit differently. I think we could all agree to that.
Natural. Like if you want to look, if you want that hourglass shape, then you're gonna have to intermittent fast or something. But nope, everybody don't want that. They want to go, you know,
instant gratification.
Dr. Miami and get all this lipo and stuff. You know.
And Trey, you slip it. They put in work after they get the
not
they get the work done, and then they go to the gym.
Not all of them. They
got to make the money back.
They'll come out snatched.
You got to do the videos to make the money back.
Nah, they'll come out snatched. And next thing you know, a year later, they be batched.
Well, boy.
Oh, they in the bargain bin, like Chill said. Let me bargain bin.
Yeah, I mean, and that does happen. You know, there's a lot of risks that come with the alterations.
Yeah, you might have alterated yourself out of a relationship. You never know. Because look, check this out. Why does every female look the same nowadays? Did y'all notice that? It's almost like
because you like y'all
as the same person.
But y'all liking the same type of look.
But
that's ridiculous to get it.
No, but guess what? They're not going to marry that. Nobody's going to marry
that.
They
understand.
But listen.
Like this is what they're paying for, like you said.
But when they come out the shower and we see who you really are and your superpowers wear down, then guess what? That's it.
Well, some people get you know, the whole face done and things like that. But
no, your superpowers have worn off.
In a lady's defense, I mean, hell, I don't know if cats are still doing it, but when Rick Ross came out, beards was the thing. Everybody wanted a beard. Everybody's getting the beard gel and the beard grease and stuff like that. Hell, I had a beard too. You know, I mean, everybody was, you know, getting a big beard, not just a little regular
chin strap
joint. The Method Man.
Yeah, that's still not for everybody though.
But I'm just saying though, it was a trend. It was a trend, but at the same time, it's still natural. You know, I mean, but I was gonna ask Boombox. I'm like, so say you met a dude and you found out he had a bald head, but he was in there getting the damn lace front
carpet put on his head. Yeah, getting the carpet put up there.
What would you do? You'd be like, that's okay, I still love you, or you gonna be like, bruh, what the hell?
I'm gonna be like, bruh.
Like Philip Banks. Yeah, see.
Nah, but what if he had that thing on there so good for like 2 years straight, and he always went and got
I didn't know.
And you did.
I mean, if we're already in a relationship or whatever,
like, boo,
I'm gonna be like, you lied to me. That's the first thing I'm gonna say.
Okay.
And then I'm going to clown the shit out of him.
You gonna clown him?
Yeah.
You
I
gonna pull
sure
it? You
am.
gonna pull it off his head and wave it like some pantyhose?
Wait,
I
no,
gotta wash it off.
no, that wouldn't be a good idea.
Wash it in the
Yeah,
shower.
Like a
Like,
helicopter.
you know what? I'll
Yeah.
probably play it off like, nah, that ain't even what happened, right? Like, nah, I didn't just see him get that thing glued down like that, right?
But you did though.
And then we was in the shower,
like
be like,
the
you be
Rock.
washing your hair, you got some flaky stuff going on.
Right.
You can be like, no, don't touch it.
Yeah,
Don't touch it.
you can't go out
I don't know.
You can't go swimming. This dude's just like
Yeah, you
always
can't
feet
do.
in
You
the
wonder
pool.
why he always sitting on the side of the pool dipping his toes in.
We are terrible
But you
people.
would feel damn near betrayed if it was that long. That's why we'd be like,
Yeah,
you know,
for
but
sure.
like I said, if we met a woman and she's like, oh, I had some breast work done, it's unnoticeable. Like Ben was saying, it's just like, okay, no judgment, you know, but I don't know. You might develop trust issues. I don't know. It depends
Or
on
what
your
about-
constitution about stuff like that.
What about you wake up in the morning and one of those breasts flip around like a cereal bowl? You're gonna be like,
Because they can do that.
That's it.
If there's a bad surgery.
That's
Man,
it.
What are y'all?
Josh,
I don't know. I feel you, but I feel like those are.
Oh, they don't put those types in no
They
more
don't really
with the
do
flat
like that
part
no more.
Oh,
No.
okay, yeah, that was 1990, wasn't it?
Yeah, they don't do that no more. They got different ones. It does something different, but I mean,
yeah, but things do happen too. I think that we do need to also respect that people do get things done. You know,
Yeah,
there's
like if you had a mastectomy or something like that, they do.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I mean,
different.
even that, you know,
that's way different.
people get stuff done to make themselves feel better, and
yeah.
No.
And I'm
Some
guessing
people do it to trick
I
people.
said that from the beginning.
Some people do it to trick people.
I'm
I'll
not.
be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean, you run a slippery slope. I'm not even going down that. Like, I don't want to know what you're talking about. I don't want to know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying, when you meet a female, you know, guys, and you know, she can contour her nose real good and do all that, and then when the makeup come off, she look like she Aunt Jemima. You be like, wow, you're not even the same one.
Yeah,
like,
you're not even-
how'd you get in my house? Like you almost like you frightened. Like, how you get in here?
Yeah. I think there was a thing on D.L. Hughley's show where a couple have been together, I'm not sure for how long, but they've been trying to get pregnant. The wife couldn't get pregnant, but she never told the husband that she used to be a dude. She was transgender. That's why she couldn't get pregnant.
Wow. So what do you do?
He killed himself.
I can't remember.
delete.
I don't think so. I don't know if it was jail time or it was
My bad.
just a story. I can't remember. But yeah,
You gotta say delete.
But that's what kind of like what T. Waddy was
He
saying.
said that hard,
like
too.
you got gender stuff going on where it's like, damn, you can't get pregnant because you're a whole, dude biologically.
That's wild.
Yeah. And so
That's just wild, bro.
But I'm not gonna hold you. That's once again what we're talking about, guys. Communication. People are afraid to say the real thing. But let me tell you something else. People have been taught to deceive people so good that some people use that as a protection mechanism. Like, I know you guys read the 48 Laws of Power or whatever. And so if somebody, the wrong person, just like in on a cartoon, if Pinky or the brain gets the power to press the red button and everybody's gonna, implode and stuff, like you want to try to make sure that, that type of stuff doesn't happen. Because the wrong people will always get a hold of something that they're not supposed to have, and it can be detrimental to a lot of people's health. So, yeah. So, anyway, y'all didn't get that, but yeah,
I knew it was
not Aunt your mama. I saw you was over there lost. You made me get lost at the same time. Anyway, guys, communication is what you need. I mean, that's the solution to everything. You got to communicate. You can't come in there with false pretense. You can't come in there trying. Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing though.
I think you should follow through. That's
follow through with what you say, right?
Yeah, I think because women will communicate and talk about we should and never do it. And I was like, man, I get tired of having the same discussion if no one's actually going to do.
So what is that like? Wait, are you talking about false promises?
False promise.
What is she
false promise?
Yeah, because you're saying they'll talk. I'm trying to figure out like, will they promise you something and say I'm gonna do this, and then don't do it? Is it false promises, or what do you mean by talk?
or their version of what they're saying. Well, talk is when they say that they're communicating, like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna plan, we're gonna do this. That's all cool, but if we don't do it, then I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want to keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, we're about to do this. We're about to, we're about to hit the gym and work out, and we're gonna get in shape. And okay, yeah, you communicated with me. I'm on board with you. Let's go ahead and do it. And it never really happens, but we just keep talking about it. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't like to keep talking about stuff that's not gonna.
That's
understandable.
That's what we used to talk about when I was younger. People come. I don't like when people come to you to lie to you. Like, why did you come to me to lie to me?
Yeah, I didn't ask for this.
Like, that's crazy.
Or date. Well, I guess y'all talked about that with the Nick Cannon thing, but date on a false pretense where it's like, oh yeah, like say you're a gym rat, you go whatever, gym rat frequency, and then and the other person like, yeah, I love going to the gym, and they're with you all the time, and then it's like after a while it just falls off. It's like, what happened? We was buddies, that now it's like, I'm not on that no more, and it's like, what happened? I don't, and they don't even communicate that. They just start staying home and going in the other direction with life. So I mean, that's one of those things where it's like find somebody that really has that interest. So when guys meet a girl try to talk to a girl at the gym, it may be that he's just found somebody in that space that obviously she likes to work out, but I know it's cliche and cheesy to do that. But say, hey, you like rock climbing, and you're going to join a rock climbing Facebook group, stuff like that. So you found somebody that has almost like an extreme interest to where we can relate. And what I'm talking about when I'm talking about carabiners and these types of ropes versus just like
and do what I like to do.
Yeah, just listening. Yeah, I see your little hooks and stuff. Throwing them out the way when you go in the garage, and it's just like I'm saying those interests help the relationship build. Versus just like, do you like music? Yeah, I like music. I mean, that's just a normal interest. But let's, but a botanical garden or you're an extreme pasta lover, that's a good interest to have with somebody versus I grew up on pasta. I grew up in Texas. All I eat is steak. It's like, well, it's not a deal breaker, but
yeah, it could be a foodie. You can make it work.
Right.
You definitely want somebody that whatever you like to do that's fun as fuck, make sure that they like to do that too. Because if you like to do that all the time and you want to share that with someone and they don't want to do it, that's going to bring down your morale. I'm gonna tell you why, because they're going to want you to separate yourself from what you like to do. They're going to be like, you're spending too much time. We'll just say something basketball. You're spending too much time with the boys playing basketball. Won't you come do this with me? Now you got to separate yourself from something that you really, really love to do, which is going to make you happy.
Well, I don't expect her to come down and watch me play or lace up some shoes and run drills or anything like that. I mean, if she knows that I like it, as long as she supports it, then she doesn't have.
That's what I was going to ask.
Right. So, and I hear what you're saying, but check this out. Now we're saying you love this to the magnitude of 100%. Like this is your favorite pastime. You'll do it all day if you're not working. Like you will just do it till people are sick of you doing it, right? Now she may have another interest that she's like that in. We'll say hoarding, 100%. Now all of a sudden,
what?
Hoarding.
She just won't throw stuff away. She
just keeps going to Goodwill and collecting stuff and collecting. And then guess what? Anytime will you come to the Goodwill? I want to go play ball. Guess what?
You mean thrifting? I don't think you mean hoarding. You mean thrifting. She likes to thrift.
Yeah.
Hoarding is like,
you got it. So now
hoard. I'm like,
yeah, we got
she's a hoarder. Like that's a disease, bro. You can't.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wow. She needs help at this point. She needs a doctor.
I thought that's what they call that, a hoarder that buys stuff and saves it.
No, you go to the Goodwill. You're thrifting. You buy
that's called thrifting.
Yeah.
Well, when you're buying,
thrifting
is when you're going to like buy used stuff. Hoarding is somebody that is
never
just have a particular habit. It could be boxes. It could be
newspaper,
cats, but they collect these things and they just collect them. They don't do anything with them. Once they got it, they feel like it's theirs and they've they did a good job.
You see how much I don't like that because I did not even
I
listen to you say all
I
that.
don't like that. So
So that's what I mean about compatibility. If you spend all this time and all of a sudden your energies aren't matching all the time, 9 times out of 10, y'all are gonna push apart. Like that beginning affectionate puppy love. Oh, this and that. This is
He plays
cool.
ball is cute. Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
you
then
start getting that pushback because guess
so
what?
so that goes back to what Jess was saying. Like, sometimes it's best to have those tough conversations in the beginning. What is your passion?
Yeah, so you can know whether or not you're compatible. Like if you got somebody that doesn't have passion, like say you're an inspiring singer or entrepreneur or something like that, and they were too, you're like, oh, okay. Then all of a sudden they're not, and then like you're getting up doing your regular routines and you're looking at them like, whoa, life is over. That's gonna drain your energy, and now you're probably not gonna make it because
or they
you're
may
too busy.
just support what you're doing. Like everything doesn't have to be like you're doing it too. Like sometimes it's about the support of them.
Support how though?
Like they might be like, hey,
they're not trying to pull you away, Trey. I think that's more so if you're trying to go out and play with the boys or whatever. She knows that Wednesday from 5 to 8 he goes and hoops with the boys, and that's what he does every Wednesday. I don't have to call him back. No, that's where he's going to be at. And she might find something else to do within that time, or she might have a day where she goes out with the girls or whatever. But it's not. I know this is what he does. I'm not trying to take him away. I support it.
Yeah.
That every I'm saying it's routine, not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's in a perfect world. Does it happen? I don't know.
Yeah. So like, if like using the example that you said, as far as like if the person was doing music or something like that, and then this person used to do music, but they're not able to do it anymore for whatever reasons, or they just no longer have the interest to be in the front.
Okay.
Maybe they can support from the back. Like, okay, look, your mic sounds a little bit off. Maybe they know how to work the tune. Maybe they know how to make beats, So, I mean, I don't know. That was just
watching your friend story. But here's so something simple. Like my brother is an avid fisherman. Like this dude would fish before he went to work.
Oh, wow.
To go. So, if your partner doesn't know anything about what you do, you're probably not having a strong relationship down the road. But if they can't tell you a little something, because when your partner's going to talk to you, oh, I caught this fish, or I need this type of hook, or whatever, and your partner's just scrolling for and you don't get nothing out even for your birthday or Christmas towards your hobby versus anything, I got you a gift card to Bass Pro Shop in the middle of the month, that's when you know that person don't really support what you're doing, or they'd rather not see you. They met you as a fisherman, or maybe you developed this love for it in the middle of the relationship.
Hey, that goes back to what she said in the beginning, Rance, where she said that, oh, well, he should automatically know without the communication being said. Like you're just saying, like, hey, you met me as a fisherman. I do all types of fishing stuff. She should automatically know, right?
I think
you should automatically know for your birthdays and whatever to get.
Look at Ben like, oh man, y'all done made her right again.
You take an interest.
Interest
when you see that person has an interest or has developed that interest because they found out that they're good at something. Because you might not know in the beginning, but now you like, oh, I love fishing or I love whatever, and then just like, okay, I love that you support that because I'm not going out on the water or whatever the case may be, but I still support you. Just like you're saying, you go out on Saturdays and go fish for a few hours and come back, and I go get my nails done or something like that or whatever. Y'all create that dynamic or that little system that works, and you still support each other's, thing from afar.
Interest, yeah,
interest, yeah.
Yeah.
But even like it seemed like you were saying about basketball. I mean, if that person doesn't know anything about it and doesn't try to make an effort to learn, then that's why we say find somebody in that circle that does almost, or or at least appreciates it. Like Omar Epps and Sanaa Lathan loving basketball. Both of them were ballers. So you have something that you can relate to when you're talking about those things versus just you just watch
because she may not be interested in what you're saying. Why like, oh, what you're doing is not cool. So anytime you try to have a conversation, her mind may be somewhere else. And so because you're so not interested in the beginning, all it was either some sexual attraction or
Right.
something of that nature, then when it finally dwindles down to the point of where
After the newness word, my wife started bartending years into our marriage, but I learned some things about bartending and help her with stuff and drink taste and all. I developed an interest in it as well too. Not that I'm involved in it, but I would help her, and she got T-shirts made. I wear, stuff like that. So it ain't like, nah, that's your little project. You do your thing over there. I'm good. That's not support. That's one of the things that we say like men need is like we need support, if anything.
Major.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. Anybody's final thoughts on the topics for today? Boom, Ben, Billy, Rance, what y'all thoughts on here? Rance, we definitely still gonna. We need your website for the shirts because.
Yeah, so I can drop it.
HeyDriverGo.com.
Wow, that's pretty good. That was real short and sweet. I thought
Yeah,
it was long, like, hey,
definitely
driver,
gonna
go
check out
wave
Rance.
at me tomorrow. HeyDriverGo.com. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Final thoughts?
Go check out Rance's website. He has a clothing line called Hey Driver, and it's actually really nice.
Man, check out the other podcast, ENOCHLLC. I want to talk about that Hey Driver over there. That's gonna be pretty dope.
Yeah. Final thoughts. Communication. Make sure that you are communicating your upfront feelings and thoughts with the person that you're interested in or dating or married to. And then I guess don't take it personal that the algorithm feeds these models to the consumers and they like it. Don't feed into that because it's not real. It's not reality.
It's not.
So they still like the natural women, and support your mate, in their interests, and also have the expectation that your mate will support you in your interests, and have fun.
There you go.
Land that plane.
Yeah.
Ben, Billy. A Billy.
Yeah. Communication. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Yeah, and approach. I guess if we're talking about relationships, and approach with the understanding that you can't be a single person in a relationship.
Oh man, I got something for you. Wow, that was a good one. You make me have to look for this.
I don't even want to go into that.
That was a good one. Is it the shoes? Listen, y'all. I'm big on communication. Communication is key. I told somebody that the other day and they got mad. They said they weren't going to talk to me no more. And they said they done talking to me and then they started texting again.
They communicated.
Because when you communicated to a level to where it just pisses people off, or to a level to where somebody is going to love you because you're communicating everything that they need to know about you so they don't have to do Jedi mind tricks, ladies, then it's up to them to communicate their needs, and then that way you can have a relationship because it'll be bilateral and not unilateral. You want to know how I know that? Because I'm in real estate and we have to study those types of contracts. Hey, in North Carolina, hey, pick me. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Rance, you didn't do it? I thought I asked him first. Oh man, I can't leave you out. You have the best ending on your final thought. Like, comment, and subscribe.
He done sat up and everything.
I'm gonna say, actively listening, but I'm gonna say reciprocation. Don't expect things that you're not willing to give in a relationship either.
You ate that. Yeah,
He just left it at that. He didn't say anything else. That was it. The end.
That plane landed in my backyard.
Now, you all definitely made some very good points, and a lot of takeaways. Huh?
I said you be holding it down to him here because the dudes be going like, I was like, damn, I hope Jess come back in here and be the wingman.
Hey, Jess came in here with the guns firing. She came in here to go after Ben Billy. I was like, damn. I was
aired it out.
You get a bullet. You get a bullet.
Oh yeah. Wow.
She aired it out and left.
And then she popped off.
No, so she was having internet issues.
Oh, as usual.
Yeah. Oh my God. But, T. Waddy did comment and said communication, long-term change, and do activities together even if you don't like it. That is true. You do have to kind of make some sacrifices to do.
I think they were talking about
you were
talking about women. Yeah.
No, I'm just playing.
I don't think you're talking
you get one of these. Good job. I have to give them that. Go ahead. What'd you say?
Yeah, I was just saying, activities together, even if you don't like it. It
act like you like it.
Yeah, but you may find yourself liking it eventually. It can take time.
Yeah. Right?
If you give it a try, the key is just give it a try. Just don't say I don't like people that automatically you ask them something, they just be like, I don't like it. You be like, why? What was the effect the last time?
That was me with anime. That was me with anime.
No, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about this on this episode. We're not gonna do that. No,
I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying like as far as
guess what she said, y'all. No, this gonna have y'all laughing. We was at the mall and there was a stand, and she said, who's that Red Sonic? I said, Knuckles? She was like, oh, Red Sonic. We was cracking up because I was dying. I was like,
but I didn't understand like all the flying.
I said, where was you a child at? How do you not know Knuckles? Like she don't know no cartoons. She doesn't know nothing, no TV. She was like, well, I was outside playing. I was like, well, obviously I was outside playing too, but I mean, I still know like Nickelodeon.
I know Nickelodeon, but they were like,
girls mature faster than boys, so.
They ain't got nothing to do with it. Don't try to help her out with that. Look, Red scratching the back of his head. I guess girls mature better to do. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold y'all up because I respect y'all time. Thank you so much, Ben Billy, for coming in. I know you're trying to watch the football game. It's probably already over. Yeah. But I really appreciate you coming in. Hopefully we get you back on the panel next time when I got some more people to say Boom's butt. Jess came in, but she felt I was going to come with them big guns in a segment, so she made sure she unplugged her router. All right, Rance. Rance, you always come through. We know we're going to see you on the panel the next time. I saved you for last, baby, because I love you, Boomboxy. But guess what?
I love you
guess
too.
What? Oh, don't do that on the show. All right. So thanks again for tuning in, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. You're gonna see this awesome panel. And look, we about to be out of here in 1 second, as soon as I can find the book.
I just wanna ride.